second.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, you can hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, good, okay. All right.
I think we had a bad connection there for a minute.
Well, no, I've been having problems with my earplugs. So, but do you need anything from me?
You know, you can't really talk to them, am I correct?
Talk to who?
Or you can't communicate with them as far as from our side?
That's exactly what I do.
Okay, so you could give my sister a message?
Oh, no, okay, well, yeah, okay, your sister, okay, this is what we're going to do right now is a reading.
Okay.
And all you have to do is relax.
Okay, I'm just going to follow along then. I'm going to let you do what you do.
Okay, because any message in your mind that is to your sister, she already hears it. They hear you when you think of them. So there's nothing. If you ever talk out loud to her, she hears you. If she's in spirit, because also you know, we write, we don't assume until, and also mediums could be wrong too. So, you know, just don't make assumptions. Like, we can't assume unless she starts showing us everything that we even know that she's not alive somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So that would be my question to you. If she is alive, you wouldn't be able to contact her on the spirit side, right?
Well, if she is alive, what would probably happen is another relative would be giving me all kinds of information. So, so don't worry either way. Like, whatever, there's all these angels around me, like spirit beings and light beings and stuff. And they handle everything. It's, on the spirit side knows way more than this side. And so all I do is I go as deep as I can almost till I'm asleep. I'm not till I sleep, but till and then I feel her connect, and then it gets stronger and stronger as long as I don't interrupt her. So even if I tried to interrupt her with my own questions, it would jerk it a little and make it. So it's like all I do is translate, and then we can figure it out later by the recording.
Okay, good.
And then, yeah.
Very good.
So if the message is to your sister, then unless it's something you want me to know, but if it's to your sister, and even then I don't really need to know anything because I like the angels have it covered, you know. Okay, so all I have to do right now is just relax and go to the lowest trance zone that I can go. And that sometimes takes a few minutes to just relax, and then I'll tell you when I start getting stuff.
I'm out here on the lake fishing, so no problem.
Oh, you're on the lake fishing?
Yeah, I just reeled in a bass a minute ago. You hear me? Ooh, that's what it is. I got a bass.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, that makes me smile. That's funny. Okay, so the important thing while you're fishing, though, is to keep your mind. This is because, like, you're important. I've never had anyone doing something different during a reading than just sitting there. But no, listen to this. This is great because I love experimenting, and you're doing something that soothes your heart, obviously, right? And
oh yeah, I had a long day.
Yeah, and so, but just while you're doing that, just all you need to do is the best way to help is just keep love in your heart for Suzanne, and encourage. And I'm getting chills on my legs, so encourage her. And the chills would be that my spirit team is all around, so it's like. But the chills would be to just keep love in your heart for her and just let her use your energy, because essentially she can use that love to come through if she's spirit. Okay, so you do your thing, but you keep your love in your heart, and then I'll go down to I'll just start saying things as I receive them, but it'll be probably about 5 minutes because I just need to let myself get to that place again. Okay?
All right.
Okay. Congratulations on the fish.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like that.
That's good. I've never experienced that before. That's funny. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the place. I go to the place, the edge of where the spirit world is. There's where I go. What I'm seeing is a giant rockery where the rocks are like, those like 2 or 3 feet high rocks, and kind of vines growing through them. But then, I was seeing ones that I also saw that picture of Barry's house that had the rockery all the way around it. So I want to separate it and say, when I just saw this rockery, it didn't look like that. It looked like big rocks.
Okay.
And that's all that happens. They'll keep showing me one thing after another, one thing after another, one thing after another, and then we just worry later and put it together. So.
Okay.
The specific thing about the large rockery is that it has vines growing through it. So I didn't say, I saw that the first time, I didn't say it, so they're showing it to me again that what is specific about the large rockery, or I don't know how large it is, but that the rocks in it are large, has vines.
Okay.
You don't need to say okay every time, because that kind of makes me nervous. Like all of a sudden it snaps me. Or if you say it, you can say it quiet, or it's okay, I know you're there. But it pulls me back out. And so, it's a weird thing. It's not like normal conversation, but, yeah, you don't gotta say okay every time. Once in a while I might ask you something if I don't understand, if they persist in an object or something and I don't understand, but, okay, so I haven't read a bunch of articles, but I have read enough, not in the last week or so, but to know that about that pretty house in back, I assume in Indiana or whatever. I saw that picture. I'm just seeing that, and okay, so sometimes they'll do things that just to like even relax me and pull me into the scene, and it might not have any real meaning or anything like that. But I just say whatever comes in there, and then worry about it later. Yeah, so now what I'm seeing is a photograph, and I'm seeing the photograph is one of these photographs that's circulating around the internet with, I think she's wearing like orange, like a scarfy dress at sunset at some beach or something with her and it's really weird because I feel like Barry and the 2 kids are there, but they're not there. It's just like Suzanne in the picture. I feel like there's a restaurant, small table. I feel like in this place where there's some, obviously there's trees everywhere all over there, but tell me if it starts sounding weird too, because it's going in and out of my different earphones. But if the part where I'm talking into works good, then we're okay.
Yeah, I can hear you perfect.
Okay. So I'm just seeing this little section of where there's some trees and it looks like a small waterfall.
Okay.
Like sometimes size and relation and all that are notoriously strange about mediumship because I don't know the differences, but it just looks like a narrow, not a big, strong waterfall, a narrow, a waterfall. I'm resisting saying a custom waterfall and stuff like that because obviously we know Barry is a contractor. And I'll tell you, I actually wrote down 12 possible different ways that she could have died, to not let myself fall into that trap of just assuming that and, you know, creating a story. Like, so I'm kind of like, I'm saying what I'm saying, but I'm also, first I saw it, well, I don't know if it was near the restaurant. I was seeing this restaurant, but okay, then the next thing I was seeing was this. But it looked to me like it was in part of nature. And then all of a sudden I have this feeling about this custom waterfall, but then I'm saying, well, of course we know Barry's a contractor, and that I want to be clear because I don't want to like just start leaping to conclusions about things. Like, I literally wrote down 12 potential ways that she could, if she died, that she could have died, because I want to make sure that I'm open to what really actually happened here. And so I'm seeing the cement mixture, but you know, I thought of that like 2 weeks ago too. So, but I'm seeing that cement mixture. Let me see. Don't worry too much at the beginning, because like this could all be mind junk too. Like, because I said, she should say things to prove who she is, and maybe she will if this is her. And it could be mind garbage too, so just keep your mind open too. Like, I don't feel like I have a massive clear connection, but I'm probably resisting part of like not wanting to be the one to say some bad news or something like that too, you know. So it's like I have to get my mind where I can let go my kind of like lower human issue type thing. So, I got a little wave of spirit energy there. The angels are very patient. I'll see. Now I'm seeing these smaller, smoother boulders that are like, a little bigger than your hand. Or like if a man had a really big hand, they'd still be bigger than his hand, but maybe twice as big as a man's hand or something. I've seen the smooth ones like that. Now I know stuff's going through my head. You can see down a little creek thing. So I'm not seeing a bike there though. I think what I'm seeing is, I'm seeing that area. I'm not feeling like I'm definitely do not feel linked, as far as, so we'll just see if it's me or if it's, we'll just see. You know, I should say something too. From a couple days ago, I meditated, and when I got that message about you, I meditated to see what I get, and I kept getting Jodhpur, and so I looked it up. It's obviously in India or whatever, but then I realized Jasper, and I was just meditating, and it made me wonder about Jasper. Like, we could tell the police if they did have something about his cell phone or his car about Jasper or whatever, that I would confirm that, but and see, now I do have a little chills on my leg. I do have little chills on my leg about that. So that's something that definitely I'll write a letter about that. Well, then maybe I should say the rest of what I was saying when I was meditating. And I was like, but I was wondering. When you're doing mediumship, you're straying off the path. But so what I was seeing was, okay, I was seeing horseback ride. I was seeing like a little western town where where it might be like one of these abandoned ghost town, not ghost town, but I don't know the name of them, something like that, where you could go there, but there's nothing really there anymore. That was the other night when I was getting that job for jobber. That's what I was also seeing. But I have to let myself go deep enough where I just surrender to what they want to show me, and I know that I'm resisting a lot of stuff. I could tell you what I was getting the other night the other night when I meditated, I did get something else, and what is really interesting is I looked up an article, but I had meditated about it the night before, and then this might not be right either, because I am definitely not linked with your sister, but I was getting the feeling of the argument being about money and about the whole thing that I had read about him wanting her to sign a conservatorship or something, but about money related to him wanting to be in control. But then, I don't know. The other thing I read, this is the thing, I read these articles, so I should say, I was getting that before I read that, but then after I read that, I read the thing about something else that I don't remember, which is good. It means it doesn't matter for this. So, I'm just going to let all that clear out and see. And sometimes it's good to just, that way I've thrown it out there. I've said what I may or may not have picked up somewhere, but I do remember noting that I was feeling that prior to reading it. But then the other thing I read before thinking about it, which is funny now because it's totally blocked. So, which is interesting to note. You figure out later. Okay, I'm going to just try to clear everything and just kind of go into trance and let them show me without trying to talk so much. I'm just seeing Barry with super, super dark hair. I'm not trying to see him or anything. Like he's wearing the black shirt with the camouflage pants. And I know he's a hunter from the rifle there. I mean, I know that. I've read that. Okay, well, it's okay. I see her in her house, and she's wearing these kind of loose-fitting pants. They're really, really pretty. And I think they're like black and white pattern or something. And she looks like she's wearing a sleeveless top. She looks like she has I think it's pearls or something. Or it looks like that to me anyways. Or, it could be some kind of beads or whatever, but it's pretty. Her hair is fixed. I mean, I see jewelry on her arm. To me, I feel like we're going to go somewhere. Like, it doesn't feel like right now, and I don't know if this is the time when anything happens, but right now I feel like, and I got a chill about that, so I feel like we're going to go somewhere, like a date, or maybe not a date, but maybe a date, that kind of thing, like go to dinner or something like that. And dinner might not be it, but just, the feeling you're dressed, or her hair looks real nice, and let's see. So, I don't know about, I know I read somewhere she kept all her hair or whatever, but I don't know if I got a thinner and maybe was in the drain that bothered him, I don't know. I don't know that, but I just saw that before. Because to me it feels like we're going to go Like, he looks to be dressed well as well. Like, he might be wearing, now he's not wearing the camouflage pants anymore right now. He's wearing like khaki and looks like khaki colored dress pants and a black shirt, or like, it just looks like, yeah. So I feel like we're gonna go somewhere together. I'm not saying this is when anything happens or anything like that, but I definitely, like, she's holding a kind of a clutch purse, and so, I mean, it could have a thing you hang on your shoulder, but it's just like that shape. But anyways, I feel like we're going to go, because she picked up her purse, so we're going to go. And I'm just going to let that clear, because if she wants me to get in the car and we're going to go somewhere in the car, then I'd just rather have them start from the beginning to make sure, because I always want to make sure to keep my own mind out of it, you know? So I'll just let that clear out, and then let them. I'm seeing her with a different outfit a little bit. Well, actually, I'm not seeing the waist down, but when I see the color change, like, say, the color of her shirt, that means I don't have it exactly right, but the idea of being dressed nicely, to go have a nice, like, say, candlelight dinner or something like that, that would be correct, right? I think the first might be right, though. I feel like we're eating spaghetti. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is so weird. So maybe someone in her family would know, but it feels like Barry's pulling like a piece of spaghetti instead of like going how you'd normally go with a fork. He's pulling it all the way up, like a foot high off there. Might be slightly annoying to her. I'm not sure. I mean, it's not like I feel super annoyed. Like, I feel a little annoyed, and so I don't know if that would be her feeling, or, and it could be that I'm shown that. Again, maybe I'm being shown things. That doesn't necessarily mean, you know, anything. I say what I see. And then, I wonder where the closest one is. It makes me wonder. It doesn't, so I'm not, the mediumship part, when I say I'm wondering, I'm kind of wondering, but when I'm seeing something, I'm seeing something. Okay, so I'm just going to let that clear and then see what else they give me. Then, you know, it could have happened after dinner, or maybe he took her for a walk. Yeah, I get a little waves of spirit energy, so like go for a romantic walk afterwards. Or would you go for an romantic walk? Where there's the waterfall, little waterfall there. There might be like where one of these things where you pull in, where you can go kind of hike a little bit. Little waterfall. So little. It's like you could see the different parts of it, but it's maybe a couple, 2-3 feet. It feels to me, and that's the other thing, I could see a real sailboat, and it could end up being a mosaic, a plaque of a sailboat. Okay? Mm-hmm. The way they show things is however I'm willing to see them, but the waterfall to me looks like barely more than a stream, but it comes downhill or something. And you could walk there. Because how I see it is, I see like, you know, the sign, like you know, a government-made sign or whatever. Not a metal sign, but a wooden sign where it's like a trail path where people could pull there and go for a walk.
Sure.
You know what? I don't. I'm fighting it the whole way. I'm just fighting it the whole way. I'm gonna let it clear and let them show me. I want them to keep. The reason I want them to keep rebuilding any picture they show me is because I don't want to be tricked. I don't want to be saying the wrong thing, and I don't want to let my imagination get into it at all. Because if there's any possibility of any other, like a stranger abduction or this or that, I don't want to. So every time I keep resisting, but I think it's worth it to just say, okay, clear all that. Then look and see if there's any. I'll look and see if there's any little places. Go from there and be looking for where this waterfall past park type places. And I don't mean park like spread open, wide open park. I just mean where they declare it a park because they put a trailhead there or something. You know what I mean? They put
kind of like a pole, yeah.
Well, yeah, the little sign that says, oh, so, whatever, and then there's probably a few parking spaces and people can walk there, but it's not like, here's the wide open park, like in the city or whatever. But I feel like, they've showed me this small waterfall that, it almost comes in steps or something like, what's that when the Asian people make their rice fields? What's that called when they terrain off the thing?
Oh, I can't remember. It's a rice paddy, and then they have the.
Well, they just they take a hill and they make different levels cut into it.
Terracing kind of a thing.
Yeah, something like that. But it doesn't. I don't know. But it looks like an all-natural waterfall at a walk to me. But it feels like the waterfall does that. There, where I'm talking about.
Okay.
And I feel like I see some wooden fencing, not tall, long fencing, but you know how the kind that you'd see on the old cattle ranch where it's like one short post and then two posts that go to the next short post? Just that, that just kind of mark the trail or whatever. That, I feel like I see that goes like along the edge of the waterfall, so it feels like that little waterfall. Okay, that's another thing about mediumship is distance. There doesn't seem to really be an accurate spatial distance, but it feels like you could park there and then you go for a walk and you see that. After, I would think you went to the distance shelter. And I know I read an article. Well, I mean, you can't make assumptions, but it said she didn't talk to her friend or whatever, and then you would think she was at home or whatever. But what I'm seeing is this restaurant, and I'm seeing this walk. That's what I'm seeing right here. So I'm just going to let that clear and then see what they give me again. It feels like when you go up the hill, so as the waterfall comes down, you're walking along the path up the hill. And then it's pretty there because it's like you can see way over to the like valley-ish. It's a mountain range, but it's like it goes down and then you can see far to the other side. Someone might recognize it who already knows that area. The police. The police probably know that area. A small wave of energy. They might not know exactly what I'm talking about. But I got a small wave of energy. So just let it clear. So like if we went there to watch the sunset type of thing. And now it's a feeling I have. It's not knowing, but I see I see how the sun sets or whatever. And so it's like I'm seeing that whole, nice time of evening. Or if that's the premise. The premise is this. And I'm not saying anything happens there either, too. I don't know. It's really weird. If this is accurate, and I'd like to do, I don't know. If this is accurate, it's like he's that might be the narcissist part of him, I don't know. But, he's acting like he's sorry. Well, he's acting like he's sorry, but she's alive where I'm seeing he's acting like he's sorry. Oh, but then I wondered, what are you actually sorry about? Because at first I was thinking he's sorry before, if he's sorry if he's going to kill her, right? He's acting like he's all sorry, but then I remember, oh yeah, they said he might have had an affair, which I don't know and I'm not getting, but that old article popped into my mind. So it's like later we can just people can decide for themselves, the cops or whatever, what they want to figure from this. And it's almost like he gets on one knee. It's almost like I feel like something to do with the wedding ring. It's almost like he would renew the vows. It's almost like he's pleading, or he's saying he's sorry, but like I was feeling he was saying he's sorry because he was going to kill her, but I'm not 100% sure if that's why he's sorry or if he's sorry for one of these other reasons. See, that's where I'm seeing him. So it's like he threw her over the edge of something. And like I don't know if there's like a crevice or crack or I don't know. And it could be totally wrong too. It's like I'm gonna look myself at a map and see if I could find a place like this. It's not exactly right though. It's not exactly right. Otherwise, I would have got those chills. Like I got about, I think, the restaurant and about this path, maybe, and this waterfall thing. Something happened. I feel like he seriously seems like he's sorry about something, and I want to let that clear. And then if whatever happens, it doesn't show me exactly right. I do have quite a bit of spirit energy there with me. I'm blocking myself, I think. And now I'm seeing, you're not supposed to ask questions. I'm sitting there going, well, is that exactly, did you get there, blah, 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 rushing ahead of myself. And they could have went back home and something could have happened more. She could be showing me her evening, or her afternoon to sunset time. I just hate to see these people die, and I'm just going to let this clear out and see what they show me next. I'm seeing trees. I'm seeing the same place. The same place where it's like an overlook where you could see, it's real pretty up there. You could see, it's like slopes down to the next mountain, and a large distance, like it's pretty. So we could see the sunset from there. That means it would be facing kind of southwest, maybe. Possibly. But I think I don't know if you heard any other readings, but these directions are not great. But I feel like if we park and we walk to the top of it, then we're kind of not really going that far away from the top of there where we're seeing the sunset, which would be facing. I see her. I'm not 100% sure if she's still in that same area. I see her now because it looks like she's wearing something different. It's almost like maybe she's taking me to a different scene. Because it's almost like I'm seeing another one of these photographs. I don't know if it's a real one or if it's one I saw or not, but she's wearing a black dress and she has a tan and she's holding her high heels. So if that's not a picture, then that's just what I'm seeing as kind of, I think maybe because I'm resisting a little. And I gotta let myself see this. I'm seeing her, she's not that she's dancing, but the way she's moving is interesting. She's not being hurt right now, and this is where I'm seeing. She's just kind of smiling at me. Do you think, would you be willing to do this a couple times?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, because what I think I would like to do is hang up and just, oh, look at that. I got chills. Okay, so hang up, and then, but I'll still just meditate with my recorder for like an hour, and I'll see what I keep getting. And then, I mean, we could even do it again tomorrow. We could do it again the next day. We could do it. I'll do it every day till we figure it out.
Tomorrow evening would be wonderful, same time.
Okay, same time? Is this, because I can make it an hour later if it would work better for you, or I can, you know what I mean? This is perfect?
This is perfect.
Okay, same time tomorrow I'll talk to you, but I'm going to just lay here right now in this energy and see if they show me, because I don't want to be saying a bunch of stuff in front of you, and you know what I mean? Okay, same time tomorrow then.
Okay.
I'd say your name, but I'm recording it. So, okay, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.